All right, billionaires, grand rising to you, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today. New Black Wall Street, Black Money and Power Show. ERGJ gets coming back, man. I'm so filled. I want to share some things with you guys today. And I'm gonna try to stay on task as much as possible. It's just been running. I've been like, oh, I can't wait to talk this morning. Thank God we're still here. Grand rising to you. Thank God he's giving us another day to make a difference. And we're just going to use that day. And I share with you some things that came to me already. As I think about this thing called life, is that many people may look at me and say, man, you're so serious, man, so serious. And here's what I found, that most people are not serious enough when it comes to their life. They don't get serious until it's too late, right? Your life, this is the only one you got, and you don't get serious about it until it's too late. That's a problem. I'd rather be serious and take care of my life than to not be serious and then let my life pass by. So I don't know. I think there's balance there, but man, you're not serious enough. This is the only life that you got. Yeah, you make the most out of it. Do something with it. Don't just let life pass you by. This is New Black Wall Street, man. I'm your host, ERGJ, man. We're going to get right into this thing here. We got daily motivation. We're going to be talking about your will to win today as well. I got another book that I'll be sharing with you guys, and I'm really going to be sharing with you guys things that I put inside of myself that's helped me to become the person that I've become and helped me to get the results that I get. And so what I tell people is there's not overnight success. If you're not willing to do what I've done, you're not willing to go through the years of preparation for success, you're not prepared for success. And so you got to go through your journey just like the master had to go through his journey, 40 days, 40 nights in the desert. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to go through 40 days and 40 nights in the desert, fasting for 40 days and 40 nights before you meet your test? Are you willing to do that? So everyone has their own journey. The question is, are you willing to go on your own journey to prepare for success? Man, y'all know what time it is. Time for us to get this show on the road, man. We're not going to delay. You know what I'm saying? We here on time, ready to rock and roll. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, live life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. He's your host.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for joining us here today on the New Black Wall Street. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. That book there is a study of Black wealth. That book there is a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, that's a big if, by the way, but if you do, I recommend that you study wealthy people. In a moment, we'll take a look and see what's going on when we talk about studying wealthy people. While you guys aren't connected, man, go ahead and hit that like button, that share button if you care, that like button, that share button if you care. Also, let us know where you're connecting from this morning. What city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country, as we broadcast across the World Wide Web. That's right. If you want to be wealthy, study wealthy people. That's right, guys. Go pick up your copy of the Black Billionaires Club by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. That's right, theblackbillionairesclub.com. You can get the hard copy. You can get the ebook. It's also available in French. You can find the French book in ebook and also in audiobook as well. So our brothers and sisters that's a part of that's in the diaspora, you can pick up your copy as well. When you're here, though, guys, also go ahead and check out the store. Okay, we do have some cool gifts you can pick up at the store. We are having a special on our 2020 calendar, so go and check out the theblackbillionairesclub.com. Click on store, and you'll be able to see quite a few items that we have available for you to take your life to the next level. We also have a membership, a group, a club. And we feature some of their products as well. So this is all group economics. This is all Black people doing business with Black people, and also other people doing business with Black people as well. But we're creating an environment. We're creating a space in this thing called the e-commerce or the internet or global economics, where, you know what I'm saying, at least there's one place, and we know some other places as well, where you can buy Black, you can shop Black, You can invest black. You can be a part of a black-owned group and all that good stuff as well. TheBlackBillionairesClub.com. Do not sleep on the opportunity to connect with like-minded people. Here's something that came to me the other day. As I'm thinking about like-minded people, one of my good friends, he said, we were talking yesterday, he said, although I'm an entrepreneur and there's other entrepreneurs that are out there, I want you guys to understand that all entrepreneurs are not like-minded, right? Some entrepreneurs are all about the money. They're chasing the dollar, which I don't do. So I can't hang out with the people that's all they do is chasing after money, because that's not what I do. I attract money. I don't have to chase it. It comes to me. So like-minded understanding, as you level up in consciousness, there's different things, different strokes for different folks, and that's okay. But all entrepreneurs or all people that are doctors they're not necessarily like-minded. So you still have to find like-minded people, even if it's not in the same profession, even if it's not in the same industry, even if it's not the same thing that you do, right? You want to find like-minded people, be equally yoked. And that equally yoked is in mind, body, and spirit. Mind, body, and spirit. Everybody put that in the comments below. Mind, body, and spirit, to be equally yoked in mind, in body, and in spirit. Man, you start getting around people that you can agree with. And the power of agreement is so very powerful. That's why I don't really hang out with people who are devil's advocates. Like, why are you always trying to find a way to disagree? That doesn't make much sense to me. That's not what I understand. It says when two or more are joined together in his name, when there's power in agreement, there's power in agreement. There's no power in disagreement. There's discord and disagreement. There's power in agreement. Now, of course, we can talk about what you agree with, what you agree to. Now, if you agree to drama, well, then you guys are going to have a whole bunch of powerful drama going on in your life, right? But if you agree to prosperity, you're going to have a whole bunch of powerful prosperity going on in your life. Well, what do you agree to? Who are you agreeing with? Are you around like-minded people in mind, in body, and in spirit, who's going where you want to go, who can help you to get there, and they're not anchors in your life? Man, today's show has been brought to you by ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, where we specialize in Afrocentric home decor, natural personal care products, and then also Black art inspired gifts, man. When you come to the store, man, go ahead and check out ERGJBlackBazaar.com, ERGJBlackBazaar.com. Click on new arrivals, guys. You'll be able to check out some of our new cool stuff that's available for you to pick up, man, from aprons to travel mugs to oven mitt handles and things like that. The black packs are out now as well. We're going to be switching all this stuff around. We want to make sure that you get some of the good stuff, the good up in here. That's right, up in here, man. ERGJ Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric marketplace, man. Want you to remember this, that once you shop black, you never go back. That's right. Once you shop black, you never go back. Check out the website, www.ergjblackbazaar.com, www.ergjblackbazaar.com. Man, go ahead and let us know where you're connected from, man. We're going to get right into this thing this morning, man. Vivian Reed, thanks so much for joining. Good morning to you. BBC is in the house. AV knows, man. A.V. is up in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining. Park Ball, BBC is in the house, man. Thanks so much for joining here this morning on New Black Wall Street book, on the Black Money and Power Show. Now, we're going to get right into our daily motivations for African-American success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. We're going to get this party started. That's right. Daily motivations for African-American success. And today's title is Do It Now. Do it now. Everybody put it down, so do it now. Today's title, Do It Now. So you guys woke up this morning, thank God we're still here, an attitude of gratitude. We understand if we woke up, then we also have an assignment. If we have an assignment, we know that there are steps to complete that assignment. And so it's like, hey, do it now. Last night, man, I was tired, but it was like, God was like, just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. So I got up, I did everything, all that stuff you see on the website. I finished all that stuff, so I ain't got to, why? Now, here's the cool thing about doing it now. Why I love this statement, do it now. Now is an acronym for no opportunities wasted. No opportunities wasted. You get that from E.T., the hip hop preacher, right? No opportunities wasted. That's now. And so what happens, we find from Jack Ma, who says that poor people are always waiting. So although opportunity is available to everybody, there's some people who wait, and there's some people who act. And who you think reaps the fruit? Who do you think enjoys the fruit of their labor? It's the people who do it now. And one of the things that I look for when I look for people they say they want me to be their mentor, they want to be their coach, or they want to be their accountability partner. It's not for everybody. We know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for this thing I call the spirit of immediately. The spirit of immediately. They don't wait. They don't delay. They want it. They want it so bad, they're going to do it now. They're not going to say tomorrow. They're not going to say next week. They're not going to say we're going to get around to it. They don't say soon, someday, one day. They do it now. And so I look for that in people. I say, man, is this a person who will do it immediately? And if it's not, I don't take them on as a client because that's a waste of my time. It's a waste of their time. If they're not a person that's going to do it now, then I don't mess with them. Because I'm not. Why? Because I'm a man that gets results. And you can't get results with a person who is always procrastinating on themselves, procrastinating on their dreams, procrastinating on their goals, procrastinating on the instructions that came from God himself. Procrastination kills more things than the devil ever will. Oh, let me say that again. Procrastination kills, procrastination steals, procrastination destroys more than the devil ever will. Oh, y'all don't want to hear that this morning. Now, why is that? Because procrastination is just another way of saying being disobedient. And being disobedient, not hearkening to the voice of the Lord, not doing what God has told you to do, puts you into the place of curses. And in the curses, you have the woe is me syndrome. Woe unto you who does not listen unto the Lord. Woe unto you who does not hearken unto his voice. Woe unto you who does not do what he tells you to do. Woe unto you. So procrastination, you put yourself onto the side of the curse instead of the side of the blessing. So although you're not doing what God told you to do, you go to church on Sunday and say, blessed I am in the city, blessed I am in the field. And God said, when did that happen? And when did you actually complete what I told you to complete? You still sitting up here in procrastination while you're calling on the blessing. Don't work like that. Do it now. Right? You only got today. You only got one shot. You only got one life. Why are you not taking your life, your dreams, your ideas seriously? Why are you playing with the things that God has called you to do? What's going on with you, Peter Grant, man? How are you, man? Thanks so much for joining. Here's our quote today. It comes from Ethel Waters, the singer, dancer, and actress. And she says this, and I quote, many people know how to criticize, but few know how to praise. And read that again. Many people know how to criticize, but few know how to praise. Here's our passage today, Daily Motivation for African American Success. Do it now. Let's read. Why do we find it so much easier to compliment the dead than the living? At funerals, the friends and family members gathered cannot say enough about the deceased. During life, however, all those qualities that now draw praise usually went unnoticed. On her deathbed, after a lifetime of love and devotion to others, Ida B. Wells, a journalist and social activist of her day, left this inspiring message. Loving praise is the best medicine. Don't wait too late. Be generous with kindness, but cautious with criticism. Be generous with kindness, but cautious with criticism. Now, I'll tell you guys, I'm learning this. I'm learning. I mean, I can criticize. I know how to criticize. I know how to tell people, man, but she said, be cautious. Now, here's the thing about criticism. Criticism hurts people's feelings, even if it's the truth. So yeah, I'll be like, I don't know if I want to say it, but I don't know if they are really ready to receive what I got to say it. And I know how it may come off, and so I might not, right? But be generous with kindness. Everybody put it down. So be generous with kindness. Be generous with kindness. Life is as sacred as death. It's appropriate to remember a departed one fondly, but it's even better to say what we have to say while the person can still hear it. People don't become better or more deserving in death than they were in life. Living, not dying, is what makes us praiseworthy. It is no small thing to fall in love, to raise a family, to strive to assist others, to live each day with all its mundane routines as well as we can. It is no small thing. It is no small thing to have this thing that we call life. Don't take it for granted. It's not a small thing. We need to say all those loving words and express all those loving thoughts on this side of death. The dead are beyond the daily struggle and thus beyond any need of encouragement. It is we, the living, who must depend on each other for mutual comfort and support. If we have the word of appreciation to offer, let us say it now. If we have a word of appreciation to offer, let us say it now. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Be generous with kindness. Be generous with kindness. Be generous with kindness. And here's our affirmation of the day. Here's what we want to allow to take root to our subconscious, our heart. And then we can grow and develop this thing by repeating it over and over and over and over again until it brings forth a harvest into our life. Repeat after me. Today, I will share my thoughts of love and respect before it's too late. Again, let's do it again, man. Repeat after me, our affirmation of the day. Let's get it. Today, I will share my thoughts of love and respect before it's too late. I want you to think about some people who you know you need to call this morning. Some people you needed to visit today. Some people you need to text or email or something like that. You need to communicate with. You know, they popped up in your spirit as soon as we did this affirmation. You say, I have not reached out. You see, here's the thing. You can be the person say, man, they don't never call me. That don't, hey, you got to be the bigger person. You say, you know what, regardless of they don't call me, I'm going to call them. Before it's too late. Here's the thing about life, people. You never know what someone else is going through. You never know the hardships or the struggles that they're dealing with as they woke up this morning. We don't know how hard it was for some people just to get out of bed. Will you be the brother? Will you be the sister who will share your thoughts of love and respect before it's too late? Do it now. Our affirmation today, repeat it one more time. For the people in the back, the people in the way back, we're letting the world, the whole universe know that we mean business. We're serious about this thing. Want to get this thing all up in us, all up in here. Repeat after me. Today, I will share my thoughts of love and respect before it's too late. Now, I don't know about you, but that last little part, before it's too late. How many guys have been in a position in your life where it got too late? That they went ahead and did something stupid and found themselves behind bars, and your words of your thoughts of love and respect could have kept them from going past the deep end. How many guys said, man, it was too late. I couldn't get to him fast enough before he jumped off the bridge and committed suicide because no one seemed to love, care, or respect him or her. How many guys said, man, I just didn't, for some reason, life and work and kids and my own stuff, I didn't take the time and it was too late. I didn't get to say my last few things to my grandmother or my grandfather. It was too late. Today, do it now before it's too late. Daily Motivations for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. Daily Motivations for African American Success by Mr. Dennis P. Kimbro. Now, here's the deal, guys. I love what we're doing here. We're reading this, going through this book and getting our little daily motivation. But here's the deal. Like, that's just like the appetizer. And I figured today I'd talk about the will to win. And I'll talk about the beginning the new life. Because I just continue to come across people who simply don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in their God. They don't believe in their ideas. They don't believe in their goals. They don't believe in their support. They don't believe in this thing we call life itself. And it's one of those things where, you know, as you gain knowledge, or you become, or you wake up, or as you get woke, or however you want to put it, the good book says that with much knowledge comes much vexation. As you get smarter, or you get more intellectual, as you understand things more, you get sadder because you understand things more. Like, oh, this is why. Oh, and so the will to win, I believe, is fortified. And I'm gonna tell you, when I really started to believe this, it's one thing to have heard it, right? To hear that readers are leaders, or to hear, man, you'll read a book a day or something like that. It's another thing to experience it. It's another thing to go through and you see the difference in your life after you have done something versus just hearing it and not doing it. And so I want to take you back a little bit in my life to when I just put something to the test. Everybody put in console, put it to a test. There's some things that we won't agree with. We don't understand. We don't really know. We may not, you know, it's whatever. It's foreign. It's new. And until we put it to the test, we really won't know whether it works or not, right? We really won't know, right? We can hear about it, like affirmations, for example, right? You may have heard people say all the time, you know what I'm saying? Affirmations, they really help. If you just do affirmations. But if you never tried it yourself, you still could be on that end of the spectrum where you're saying, well, I don't know if it works. I mean, it worked for them, but I don't know if it'll work for me. So sometimes you have to put things to a test. You just simply have to try. And here's the deal. Aren't you tired of the things that don't work? I mean, my goodness, we've tried so many things that don't work. We tried so many things that have put us behind the 8 ball. We tried so many things that have put us into poverty and led us close to it. We saw so many things that caused us to be broke. We saw so many things that caused our relationships to be separated. It's like, man, I've tried all that stuff and it didn't work. I mean, what do I have to lose if I try some of this stuff that people say work for them and work in their life? And it's universal. Like, a lot of people say that it works. It ain't just one person. It's stuff that's over the ages. So like affirmations, that's something that people say work. Do you try it? Have you tried it? Has it worked for you? And so I want to talk about the will to win, because not only do I want to talk about it, but I also want to really kind of conceptualize this concept of how my will is so strong. And I want to know, is there anybody here that's watching us live or the replay where you are to the point in your life where your will to win, your will to conquer, your will to take no prisoners, your will to prosperity, your will is so strong. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Now, I'm telling you, this will that I'm talking about, it's borderline conceit. It's borderline arrogant. It's borderline, because you believe so much in the God that you serve. You believe so much in the God that's within you. You believe so much in the structures that you've been given. You believe so much in the mission that is for you to accomplish. You believe so much in the goals that you set. You believe so much in your future. You believe so much in you that can't nobody tell you nothing. And you're going to keep moving forward. And I just want to know, because I'm telling you, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how I built such a strong will. I didn't have a strong will all my life. Okay? If I did, it wasn't for good. I mean, I had a strong will to do some dirty stuff in my life. But to have a strong will to do good versus a strong will to do evil is a totally different thing. Who here is saying, you know what, I got a strong will. I mean, Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how strong my will is. I'm just trying to put it into context because I believe everybody can get. I don't know if I'm wherever I'm at. I ain't arrived nowhere. I'm just sharing with you my experience that I could go somewhere. My will is so strong that I overpower weakness. It works in sales. It works in ideology. It works in influence. It works in persuasion. It works in motivation. My will is so strong that I can overpower weakness because weak people, they shrink. Weak wills, it shrinks under strong wills. So that's why the strong leads the weak, right? That's why you have leaders and you have followers. I'm just trying to help you understand what I'm saying. Hopefully you're getting what I'm saying, right? But you don't have to be weak. You don't have to stay. You don't have to remain weak. You don't have to dwell there. You don't have to abide in weakness. Now, I'm not saying that you're weak. I'm just saying even there's some areas in my life where I'm still weak. I'm not strong in every area of my life. I know where I'm strong at. Do you know where you're strong at? You see what I'm saying? Do you know the areas in your life where you are strong and can't nobody tell you nothing? Now, obviously, if you know where you're strong, then you also might want to know where you're weak. Like, okay, they got me. This is my kryptonite. This is the area that, somebody said something. It hurt my feelings because I'm still weak there. It's still some wounds there. It's still some thorns there. This is my kryptonite. But over here, Lord, this is my go-go gummy juice. I mean, over here, can't nobody, see what I'm saying? When it comes to money, can't nobody tell me nothing. When it comes to getting this money, when it comes to building wealth, well, some people can tell me some stuff when it comes to building wealth. But when it comes to getting this money, when it comes to the understanding of the concept of this thing called money and finance, can't nobody tell me nothing. Okay? There's some other areas of my life where I just need to sit down and listen. I mean, I don't know all that. That ain't my area. Okay? Right? That ain't my area. So I think it's important for you to understand that. So, but getting to that place of understanding that in itself builds your will. You know where you're strong, you know where you're weak. That makes you a strong-willed person. That's a lot better than a person who doesn't take time to inspect their own life, inspect themselves, to look in the mirror, to be honest. Everybody put it also be honest. Honesty is the best policy. To be honest with themselves of where they are right now. Not where you've been, not where you want to go. But I believe the starting point is the honest moment you say right now, the reality of my life right now. See, what happens is we understand we can talk ourselves into future promises, future begins, future being. But we can't go into promise without building it on a foundation of truth. And that's the problem sometimes with these affirmations or with these proclamations. If you don't proclaim on top of truth, you're proclaiming on top of a lie. And so you can't really get far because you never deal with the lie. The lie. So it's okay to, I'm going to be a millionaire. It's okay to do all of that stuff that you want to do out of your mouth and go to, the church kind of has you say this and motivational speaker has you say this. That's great. But I have found that when you build that on top of honesty, you build that on top of truth, you say, you know what, that's where I'm going, but here's where I am right now. Right now, I got $5.25 in my bank account. Right now, I'm broke. If you can say that and then say, but I ain't going to stay broke. Now you're talking about building your strength because you're starting in truth. I got $5.25 to my name. I'm broke as a joke, but I ain't going to stay broke. I have dealt with where I am. Now I'm going to start dealing with where I'm going. And I'm going to the land flowing with milk and honey. I'm going to the promised land. I ain't going to be broke another day in my life. This is the end of my brokenness. I have recognized it. I have accepted it that's where I am right now. But that's not where I'm going. But if you never deal with where you are, wherever that is, whether it be in your finances, whether that be in your relationships, so many people they believe more. Listen to this. So many people believe more in their representative than they do in themselves. This person that they've created to deal with society, this personality that they've created so they can not be hurt, this personality that they've created in order to fit in this personality that they created to make sure they're always politically correct. This personality that they create, they believe more in the made-up version of themselves to deal with society than they do in their own self. Somebody need to write that down. I mean, we can stop right there. When you believe more in the person that has been conditioned and made up, in all 10 years, 20 years, 30 years of your life, you've covered up the very innocence of the individual that's on the inside of you. And you can no longer express from your curiosity. You can no longer express from your imagination. You can no longer express in the creative God force that's in you, because God says he's giving you the ability to create wealth. So you have something inside of you, but it's covered up. It's hidden, right, by the personality that you created to deal with this thing called life, and more particularly to deal with stupid people. Now, why in the world do you and I want to make sure that stupid people like us? That doesn't make any sense. I don't give a damn whether you like me. Now, I do care if you respect me. You might not like me, but you will respect me, because I will let you know, right? But I think that comes from having a strong will. I think because I freed myself, and I can say whatever the hell it is I want to say when I want to say it, and it can't nobody tell me nothing. Now I want to help other people free themselves to the point where you can say what you got to say, and you can let it be known that this is where you are, and we can accept it or we can let it bounce. That's why I don't care about offending nobody. I don't care if people unfollow me. It doesn't matter to me, because these people ain't got no control in their life anyway. You got to start asking yourself, why are you trying to impress people who don't like you anyway? Why are you trying to impress people who ain't going to help you when you need the time the most? Why are you trying to impress people who won't help you pay the light bill? Why are you trying to impress people who do not care about you? They only care what you can do for them. They're only around when they need you. They only call when they need you. They don't call to check up on you. They don't call to say hello. They don't call and say, man, I just wanted to know if you were still living. I got the number in my phone. I thought about you. Here's my thoughts of love and respect to you today. We care so much about people who don't care about us. I'm telling you, I think Maya Angelou, I don't know who said it, but they said, why would you jump over an ocean for a person who won't even cross a puddle for you? Why are you making people a priority in your life who only make you an option? Oh, let that sink in for a second. Why are you making people a priority in your life when they're only making you an option? And matter of fact, you're the last option. I mean, they use such a last option that they've called everybody else in their phone to get that $100 that they need to keep their lights on. And they finally came to your name and said, here's my last hope. And you made them a priority. And matter of fact, you know that if you needed something, you couldn't call them. I want you to start looking at your phone right now. I want you to go through your contacts. I want to say, man, if I was in trouble right now, if I needed $50, if I needed $25 right now for whatever reason, who could I call? And you're going to notice very quickly about 95% of the people that you have saved in your phone for some reason, they're not in your fave 5, they're not in your fave 10, they're not in your fave 15. They're not the fave anyway. You could not call on them for help in any area of your life. But yet, when they need something, they know how to pick up the phone and call you. Now, I would say that's out of alignment. I would say that's not like-minded. I would say there's no agreement there. I also say that we put ourselves in those positions, that we made people a priority, and they know that they're a priority in our life. And although we know they can do absolutely nothing for us, but ask for stuff, but try to get us to do stuff for them, try to get us to work hard so we can pay their bills, all that good stuff. Man, I'm telling you. But I also would say the reason why we put ourselves in those positions, let's be honest, the reason why we put ourselves in those positions, because we have a weak will. Our will is weak. We have low self-esteem. We don't have a positive self-image. And so we feel like we need to be around somebody, even if that person is going to use us and abuse us. We just want somebody. We want somebody. We don't want to hear a voice on the phone. We want to feel a little warmth of a body next to us, even if this person means absolutely no good for us. Now, I'm not saying we don't help people out. I'm not saying that you don't, you know what I'm saying, practice charity, the principle of generosity. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the users and the abusers in your life that you continue to let use and abuse you because, let me be honest with you, because you are weak. Now, I'm not going to leave you there. No, we ain't going to leave you weak. No, again, we got to be honest, right? We got to be honest. We got to say, you know what? I don't like what ERGJ is saying right now. And he hitting me all upside my head, my back, my neck, and my back. But he telling the truth. And if it's the truth, will I accept truth in my life? Will I accept and can I be honest with truth? Or am I going to continue to reject truth, right? And never get to a place where I can level up? How many guys are saying you want to level up today? How many guys are saying you want to level up today? How many guys are tired saying, not only are you sick and tired, but you're sick and tired of the lie that you've been telling yourself. You're sick and tired of the lies that you have told yourself over the years. And I mean years. We're getting to the end of a decade. How many decades has it been? 1, 2, 3? I'm sick and tired of that. So let me take a moment to be honest. And I'm going to tell you what, although truth hurts, it sets you free. And I've found in my life that as long as I'm telling the truth in the way that I see it, right? And it frees people, even if it hurts them for the moment, they'll love me for a lifetime. Let me say that again. As long as I tell the truth in the way in which I see it, because everybody sees truth differently, right? And it helps free people. They might hate me for the moment. Oh, man, I don't like him. But nobody else has ever told you the truth, so you accept the lie. But they hate me for a moment. But they love me for a lifetime. That's why I said people might not like me, but they respect me. He was honest enough to tell me the truth. We were good enough to have an honest conversation. And because we have an honest conversation, those honest conversations, they're not what they call idle chatter. No, they're not. They lead to prosperity. They lead to freedom. They lead to the cage bird finally being able to spread his wings and not just sing. Right? Level up. So I'm going to share with you guys some things that I did to level up. And I tell you, it's one of the books that I read. It's one of the most powerful books I've ever read. It's the third on my top list of books to read. It's my third book. Right? The first book is the Bible, which most people simply won't read. Won't spend the time to read the Bible. The Bible in itself, they won't read it for, I don't know, they won't read it in their entire lifetime. Just one book. If you just read that one book, read it. Oh my goodness. Number 2, the second book that's on my list of books that I recommended everybody should read. Right? It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. Now, this book, before I read the Bible, this was the number 1 book for me in my life. The number 1 book I tell everybody. Now, this is a $10 book, right? $10 book to change your life, change the landscape, change how you think about money. That's my second book, right? Now, why am I talking about books? Because I'm talking about what I put in me, the things that I put in me to help me build my strength, to help me build my boldness, my fortitude, to help me develop my character. It's the books that I read. It's also the people that I cut off. The people that I start saying, no, this ain't going to work. You're not helping me level up. You're an anchor in my life. I can't be around you too long. I can love you from afar. Goodbye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Okay? Level up. I'm going to share with you the third book, which we're going to go cover today, that helped me to develop or to strengthen. Everybody put it also strengthen. To strengthen or fortify my will. To strengthen or fortify my will. What y'all got? Tasty cake? What's taste sauce? What do you make taste sauce? Sound like a good parent when they tell their children the truth. A lot of people don't like when I'm honest. Taste sauce, what you got? Right? So it's not, I want you guys to understand, it's not the big money. It's the little things. It's the little things that make the big difference. And too many of us think it's the big stuff. Too many of us think we got to go to the $5,000 conference with a Tony Robbins, We keep thinking we got to spend all this big money in order to get big results. I'm telling you, that's a lie. If you do the little things, the $10 thing, it'll take you way further. I'm gonna tell you, it'll take you way further than the 10,000 thing. I'm telling you, it's the funniest thing. In our mind, we think, man, I really want to take it to the next level. I need to level up in the money that I spend. No, it's not the money that you spend. You need to level up in your retention and what you retain from the little stuff that you read, or you need to level up in your discipline to read, or you need to level up in your commitment. Right? You got to level up in your commitment. If you commit to get the $10 book, but the $10 book sits on your shelf, you never committed to read it, then the book didn't help you. You might as well be the person who did get the book. But at least you got the book, so at some point it's available to you at an arm's reach, right? The third book, what I consider to be one of the most powerful books ever written. It's the third book on my list. And I'm pretty sure hopefully you got books on your list that say, man, this is a book that everybody should read. Here's a book that my children are going to read. They're going to read this book. It's called The Greatest Salesman in the World. This book here, and I got copies if people want to get copies. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This book is an $8 book. $8 book that changed my life, that helped me to strengthen my will, that helped me to believe in myself greater than the Bible. Now, the Bible's a great book, but I'm telling you that this book helped me to believe in myself more than the Bible. I'm just being honest. Can I be honest with you? See, some people won't be honest. I'm just telling you because hey, he's a person who believes in God, and God probably inspired him to write this book. So I'm reading a God-inspired book. Okay, that's how I look at it. Okay, so this book helped me to strengthen my will, and now I'm powerful in the belief that I have, and it's helped me to increase my faith, to go from faith to faith, from glory to glory, and all that stuff. Right. So I'm just sharing with you, right, what I work. You need that book, I got you. Miguel, just make sure you inbox me and let me know. All right. So The Greatest Salesman in the World. Now, this is a book about a young buck who is learning he's getting his ropes. So this is definitely a great book for a brother, a young man to read about going from being a teenager to becoming an adult. And it's also a book where he actually meets, at the end of it, he actually meets either John the Baptist or Jesus, one of the two. Okay. So can you get this from our website? Yes, you can. If you go into my website, ERGJ Black Bazaar, matter of fact, both of them. If you go to theblackbillionairesclub.com and go to store, it's in the bottom section. I just added those books today. If you go to ERGJ Black Bazaar, you go to the store. Go to bookstore. It's in there as well. So you can get this book. It's an $8 book that'll change your life. Okay. Now I want to start with the will to win. I was talking to a lady yesterday. I gave her an opportunity on Thursday. I put, now listen, she was desperate. She was claiming how much she needed help, blah, 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 blah. You know how people do. So I put some stuff in her hands. I put 6 of these pouches. It has 6 roll-ons in it. That's 6 times 6 is $36. 35 times 5, 23, 5, 50. It's about $175, right? Something like that. 15. No, that's not 100. What am I doing? That's what? 35, 36. Yeah, I was right. Look at that. I was right. Yeah, $35, about $175, right? So I put $175 into her hand. And I said, hey, it's Thursday. All you got to do is go out here, get people to smell, get them to buy, right? So immediately she was already saying how, I don't know what to do. She said, I've done this before, but she said, I don't know what to do. She kept going back and forth, tossing and turning. I was like, let's get on track. Let's get focused. She said, man, now let me see the lighters. I'm going to sell the lighters. I said, no, listen, if you want to sell the lighters, go ahead and give me my $175. No, because I'm giving this to you for free. I'm investing in you, $175 for you to go out, to get up, to get out and go get some. Everybody put it down. So get up, go out, and get out and go get something. So she finally had a little bit of confidence to take the stuff and to go try. Now, this is a person who broke, busted, disgusted. She's crying wolf, right? I need help. Probably never had a man really just invest in her without anything in return, unconditional love. I said, if you really need help, get up, go out and go get something. Don't come back until you sold something. This is Thursday, right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Weekends are made to get rich. Would you agree? People out there spending money unconsciously. All they got to do is come across something that smells good and they'll buy it, right? I know that's right, Miguel. Sell more than anybody in the first quarter. So the weekend goes by. I'm thinking I'm going to hear from her Sunday. I didn't hear from her. So I reached out Sunday. Hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Just want to check up and see how everything's going, right? She says, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'll meet you tomorrow to give you back your stuff. I wasn't able to sell anything. I tried. And yeah, you already know, right? I tried. So I met with her yesterday, picked up the stuff, said, listen, you ain't trying hard enough. And here's the deal. It wasn't the effort. It wasn't the trying. What it was the attitude. What it is the will. Yeah, you're out there, but you don't believe. Yeah, you're out there, but you don't want it bad enough. See, this is what I know. See, I know when I come across people who are just about to get their lights cut off because they're willing to do whatever's necessary to keep their lights on. Now, when their lights get on, they get comfortable. They a little uneasy, but they're not willing to do what's necessary to make sure they never have to worry about their lights getting cut off again. That's the difference between desperation and inspiration. Most people will move when they're desperate. She wasn't desperate enough, right? The lights were still on. She would have went out there and sold something. The light was off, and her children were sitting there in the dark, right? But she wasn't at that point yet. So although she really wanted some more money, she wasn't desperate enough, nor was she inspired to go do something without having to be desperate. I'm telling you, people change by two things only, desperation or inspiration. I hope and pray that you would move by inspiration, not have to get desperate. That's where most people are. Oh, I'm not going to do nothing different. I'm not going to level up. I'm not going to stop doing this, stop doing that. I'm not going to read the books. I'm not going to do none of that stuff until I get desperate. Right? I no longer want to be in desperation. So I do stuff that inspires me to keep going. All right? I know that's right. You got to move like crack. So anyway, she returned stuff and we talked and she was, down. Here she goes. She said, man, I had so many. You only had 6 packs. If I had like 10, I probably would have done better. I said, you did have 10. You could have just went to 2 packs out, 1 man, 1 woman. There's your 10. And you could have just focused on those. You can making excuses. You're trying to find reason. You're trying to validate poverty. That's what you're doing. And I just would not have no more conversation. You are not finna poison my mind with your stinking thinking. But I realized she just needed some confidence. She just needed to level up in her will. And so this book that I'm sharing with you guys, I got you, Miguel. Anybody else want to get a book? Let me know. $8. $8 plus obviously shipping and handling, which would be media mail, probably be about $5. Send me $13. I get you a book that changed my life. You might not want it. It's okay. It changed my life. I'm telling you, if you read it and do what I tell you to do, it'll change your life. But that's up to you. Because most people don't want their life changed. So anyway, let me share with you one of the things that it said. And then I'll go through today, I begin a new life. And I'll show you why this book changed my life. So one of the things that when the young boy was about to level up, he's about to go out there and face the world, go out there and try to figure out how he's going to make money and all that good stuff. He came across these words. Do you remember the voice? Let me read this to you. He said, a thought came to Hafid. Hafid is the young boy. And he returned to the window. He rubbed his hand against the openings in the lattice. They were so small that it seemed almost impossible for the sparrow to have entered. Then he remembered, everybody putting console remember. Then he remembered the voice of Pathros. We can say the voice of the Lord if you want. He remembered the voice. How many guys have been in a situation where you remembered the voice of the Lord? You might have been going up against something. You was a little uneasy. You felt a little scared. You felt a little timid. But then you remembered the voice of the Lord. You remembered the voice of the coach. You remembered the voice of the accountability partner. You remembered the voice of your mentor. You remembered the voice of your teacher. You remembered. And he repeated the words aloud. And his teacher had been saying to him the whole time, and here's the words that changed my life. Write this down. You want to help strengthen your will? You want to level up today? Here are the words that he read, that I read, or he said that I read, that have changed my life forever. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. Let me repeat that again for the people in the back. And I kept saying this over and over again while I was sitting at the job, while I was at the place I didn't want to be. I was like, this is not what's up. This does not feel good. I do not feel free. I know why the cage bird sings. But in order to free myself from the cage, I had to free myself inside first. I had to free my soul. And when I came across the kind of book that could free my soul, once my soul got free, the rest was inevitable. As my soul prospered, the rest was inevitable. Failure will never, and I mean never. And you should see, I was walking, I was taking a little trip, and what I did was I go to work, be miserable. Then I take my little lunch break, and there'd be an hour lunch break. I spent 30 minutes eating and 30 minutes reading. And so I'd be out there all by myself, read my little book, walking in the parking lot, get my exercise on at the same time. So I was taking care of my physical body, taking care of my mental body, because I wanted to be free. I was simply willing to do what no one else was willing to do. And that's why I freed myself, although many people are still stuck, like Chuck. And most people are simply not willing to do what I tell them to do. They're not willing to read. They're not willing to free their soul. They're not willing to do it. It's easy to do. It's $8, but they just simply are not willing to do it. Right? Now, so I remember the tears falling out of my eyes, coming out of my eyes. I'm out there by myself. It was rain, sleet, or snow. It didn't matter because I wanted to be free. Failure will never overtake me if my determination to succeed is strong enough. How many of you guys are determined to succeed? How many guys say, no, not only am I determined to succeed, but my determination, my will is strong enough. And so I had to keep repeating. Every day, I'm talking about every day I said this thing. Failure will never overtake me. I don't care how many times I got to try. I will not stop until I win. It'll never overtake me. My will to succeed is so strong. I mean, I just hate where I'm at, and I got to get to where I love. Every day, failure will never overtake me. So what was that? It was like a question. I had to keep questioning myself. Is my determination strong enough? Is my will strong enough? Or am I going to take the first no, and I'm going to say, I guess they don't want nothing today. Failure will never overtake me. Now, I don't know if it's going to overtake you. I can't do nothing about whether it overtakes you. I just know it ain't going to overtake me. As a matter of fact, people that have watched me, I know Miss Ava's here. She's been out with me. They be out with me. They be like, how in the world? And I'll be trying to tell them, it's in me. It's not in my head. It's in my heart. Failure will never. I don't care if it's snowing, raining, it's cold, it's hot. Failure will never. It don't matter where I go. It will never overtake me. So when I tell you that I don't chase money, that is attracted to my spirit and my soul, that no matter where I go, I'm walking on gold bricks. It doesn't matter where I go. I could be in Antarctica. I'm still going to get rich. Why? Because failure will never overtake me. Because, see, I had to change it. It's no longer if for me. It's because. See how you change the word? Say, well, it was if in the beginning. It was if when I didn't believe. It was if when I was still trying to figure this thing out. It was if while I was still in cages. It was if while I was still a slave. It was if. But now that I'm free, it's because my will to succeed is strong enough. This little book, $8. It didn't cost me $800. It didn't cost me $8,000. I didn't have to go to no workshop. I didn't have to do all that. I didn't try to take the shortcut. How many guys know the shortcut is expensive? Let me say that again for the people in the back. The shortcut is expensive. Why? Because you're trying to get somebody else to do the work that you can do for yourself. So it will be expensive. The shortcut is expensive. Right? Every day, I was out. Rain, sleet, or snow. That's how bad I wanted to be free. That's how bad I wanted to be debt-free. That's how bad I wanted to be emotionally free. That's how bad I wanted to be mentally free. That's how bad I wanted my soul to be free. I was out there every day. And people looking at me like I was crazy. Now what they looking like? I'm looking at them like y'all crazy. I was simply willing to do. Invest $8 of my $8 of my $20 an hour. and get something that can change my soul. And as I change my soul, as my soul level up, it said that I pray that as your soul prospers, you will prosper. I pray that as your spirit is set free, that you will be free indeed. Failure will never overtake me. It'll never. Because my will, my determination, my belief in the God that's in me to succeed is stronger. I told you, you're going to level up today. It's up to you to accept it and to receive it. I can drop the seed. I'm sowing the seed. I don't know who's the good ground. I don't know who's going to get that seed and let that thing seep up in them. And I don't know who's going to bring forth the harvest in their life. But what I do know, it only takes one harvest to bloom. It only takes one oak tree, because that tree that comes from the seed that I'm sowing today is going to cover many. That seed that's going to bloom into some apple tree or some oak tree or some money tree, it's going to be so much, right, that it'll feed them and it'll feed millions. And I understand that me, as I'm on my path to billionaire status, I must create millionaires. See, God wants me to be rich because of what I'm going to do for the kingdom, what I'm going to do for my people, the lives that I'm going to change, how many other people are free, not just for me to be free. Who cares? I'm already free. That don't matter to me. What I say is this: I want my homies to be free. See, it ain't no fun. It's lonely at the top. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. And guess what, Vivian Reed? Guess what, Felicia Gardner? Guess what, official Empress of the Blues? Guess what, Miss Alexis Holmes? Guess what, A.V. Knowles Jr.? Guess what, Ava Adams? Guess what, Jennifer Almanor? Guess what? You my homie. That's right. You my homie. It ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share something that you learned today. My simple question is this: was this worth your time and why? See, I don't do this just to do this. I do this to make a difference. This is my love offering. Right? This is my love offering. Right? I can take time to do all the other stuff I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna get up, go get something. I'm gonna kick ass and take names today. I'm gonna get my pockets fat today. But it ain't no fun if my homies can't have none. Was this worth your time and why? Was this worth your time and why? I'm ERGJ, Certified Financial Educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and I'm a free black man. And just like Harriet Tubman, I'm coming to free as many people as get on the train. And we can go to the promised land together. It's not about me. It's about we. It's not about me. It's about we. Peter Grant said, man, today I learned to go hard and stay home. That's right, man. We start preparing right now. It's Tuesday, a terrific Tuesday. Right? Yes, this Black Business Group, that's the truth. Yeah, the BBC, if you guys want more of this, you really want to connect, you really want to get around like-minded people, join the Black Billionaires Club. It's just that simple. theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. If you think this is something, what do you think we're doing behind closed doors? What do you think we're talking about behind the scenes? What do you think we're doing? Huh? People starting business, leveling up, and all that stuff. Every day I said, never give up. Failure is not an option, right? Now, Instagram, we're going to lose you in 20 seconds. They only give us an hour. So, again, theblackbillionairesclub.com. If you want to join the club, you want to connect with like-minded people, you want to go with us, you want to invest in yourself so we can invest in you, go ahead and check out theblackbillionairesclub.com. Check out the store. Inbox me if you want to get a copy. $8. I got 6 left. The first 6, they go, okay? I'm telling you, it's a book that changed my life. All right, my beautiful people. EV Knowles said today is when to start. Do it now. Today is when to start. Do it now, right? Ava said, never give up. Failure is not an option. Anybody else? Today, for me, calling loved ones to tell them how much you love them. Hit me. Yes, tell them. Share your thoughts of love and respect, right? Love and respect. Could be your pastor. Could be the people that's leading. You just want to reach out to them and say, you know what? I appreciate all that you're doing. Thanks so much for the impact that you made in my life. Whatever the case may be, man, do it now before it's too late. Well, my beautiful people, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in today's episode of New Black Wall Street, Black Money and Power Show. We shared the daily motivation for African American success. Do it now. We talked about the will to win. Tomorrow, I'm going to pick up on where we left off today, which is today I begin a new life. I thought I was going to get there, but I ain't get there. So I'm going to get there tomorrow. We're going to continue this thing tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live, right? Of course, you can hit the replay if you hit the replay. We'll be on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. Go ahead and follow us across all different platforms because we never know when one of those platforms may just decide they're never going to be around no more. And we still stay connected, okay? ERGJ Enterprise across all different platforms. I want you to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. Matter of fact, we all we need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Y'all know what time it is. It's time to get up, to get out, and go get something. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ hits the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We'll see you all there at the next episode of The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.